Good evening and welcome to Bondurant, Iowa for this Raccoon River Conference battle between the ADM Tigers and your Bondurant Farrar Bluejays. Patrick Meyer on the call here with Chad Carlson. How you doing, Chad?
Doing well, Patrick. It's another Friday night. We're inching that much closer to a break, so it's good, I know, for our staff and our students here in the district.
Who's more excited,
everywhere.
teachers or students?
Oh, boy.
Or administrators?
I don't think you can measure any of that. I think everybody is equally excited.
Well, let's get a little basketball in, I suppose, before everybody goes on break, huh? We got a couple more Friday nights. So tonight we're going to have the Tigers and the Blue Jays. Starting lineups for the visiting Tigers: number 5, Aubrey Winter; number 13, Nicole Stork; number 14, Addison Banzi; number 23, Cameron Smith; and number 25, Kelly Stork. And for your Blue Jays, sophomore, number 2, Aubrey Haynes; junior, number 10, Hannah Green; senior, number 13, Peyton Meyer; senior, number 21, Mia Bell; and junior, number 41, Chesney Steenhook.
Yes, Chesney is a junior. Let's get that straight, Patrick. Little change in the starting lineup from last Friday night. We got Mia Bell starting, the senior, in place of Carolyn Miller. Carolyn will still see some action tonight. Just adds a little bit of backcourt quickness to the lineup, and Carolyn can come in and give a kind of a different look to the lineup. So at this point, I know Coach Anderson's just kind of searching for some improvement, and we'll step aside for the anthem here.
Right. ADM has a little bit of an advantage coming into this season on number of games played. They're 6 games into the season already. The Blue Jays are only 2. So
yeah, and I spoke with both Coach Ben Anderson and assistant coach Amy Munch today about that. And you talk about as a coach, a lot of times you see that most improvement from game 1 to game 2. Well, we're playing a highly rated Ballard team. It's going to be pretty tough with our rebuild to go into Ballard in game 2 and really show a ton of improvement. Game 2 to 3, yeah, I think you got a good chance tonight of setting yourself up to be competitive, maybe look to get the game into the fourth quarter, and then anything can happen.
Chesney got the double tip and ended up getting the ball to the Blue Jays off the tip. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Hannah Green. Chesney now at the free throw line again, goes down. And they're going to call the foul on 25. That's going to be Kelly Stork's first.
Yep, Kelly just kind of reached in there on Chesney, and good aggressive play early by Chesney. Nice offensive rebound by Hannah.
Now Chesney again. Doesn't get the roll. Rebound, Addison Banzi. Cameron Smith kicks it over now in the corner to Stork. Back. Got to remember there's 2 Storks, so that's not really enough information.
That's not going to help you.
Good ball movement from the Tigers so far. And Hannah Green gets a hand on that, and Steenhook goes down collecting the ball. Avoided stepping on the line, but got tied up.
Yep, but we get the next possession, so, it's a
win.
Not a win-win, but it's a loss win.
It's better than stepping on the out-of-bounds line.
Yep.
Cameron Smith to inbound.
Yeah, Blue Jays in a 2-3 zone here early, Patrick.
We have a little confusion. 13 seconds on the shot clock, so I think maybe that's what it was, is making sure we didn't reset that. Inbound. Stork up with it. No good. Steenhook gets the rebound.
Looks like ADM's going to really jam the Blue Jays full court, even on a missed basket.
Blue Jays have had some trouble with the turnovers so far in those first 2 games, so it makes a lot of sense why you try to put that pressure on and see if you can force those turnovers. We'll see how the Blue Jays adjust with another few practices in, another couple games seeing that pressure. Steenhook with the top, pump fake, tries to kick it out, read nicely. Nicole Stork takes the ball, gives it to Cameron Smith at the top. Banzi back to Smith. Stork out to Winter. Winter for 3, off the rim, no good. Long rebound, Cameron Smith.
That's one of the challenges in a 2-3 zone is rebounding.
And Mia Bell takes that away from Stork.
Oh.
Hannah Green passes up the shot, and Blue Jays are going to set up an offense here.
I would have liked to see Hannah just stop and pop from the three-point line. I don't think Coach Anderson would have had any issue with that, but that's
nice
a good
pass.
offense.
Steenhook not quite able to finish that. Nice pass from Haynes on the wraparound.
Very nice look from Aubrey. Still back in that 2-3. Got the Storks working the high and the low post here.
Cameron Smith into Nicole Stork. Loses the ball on the ground, and she's going to get called for the travel.
Maybe a little fortunate there. Mia Bell might have come over and bumped her just a little bit to get her to travel there. But
so far, they're not too worried about the contact, and I'm okay with that. I really don't want to see 35 fouls in a game.
Nope.
We'll see if it gets a little out of control. And Nicole Stork takes it away and then throws it away on the return, and Ben Anderson's going to call a quick timeout, his first of the game.
Yep, I think now seeing what ADM is going to do with that pressure defense, it's going to give them a chance to kind of just talk things over. It's a 30-second timeout. Just, hey, this is what we worked on in practice against this. We're going to need people in the backcourt to come up and help against that pressure and not leave Aubrey Haynes back there just to fend for herself, because that'll spell a lot of trouble and potential turnovers. So a little slow start by both teams. We're not quite 3 minutes in and no score yet. But see if the Blue Jays can get a little something set up here and get on the scoreboard. Chesney's had a couple of nice touches inside, and I think she's going to be ready to finish the next one she gets an opportunity to.
Meyer kicks it back. Tried to get to Steenhook, wasn't able to get it there. Cameron Smith goes the length of the court, gets the 2-point bucket.
Boy, those dark numbers are hard to see, aren't they?
A little bit. I've seen worse, usually in football. Hannah Green at the top of the key. Kicks it back to Aubrey Haynes for 3. No good. And that's going to go out of bounds. We've been looking for Aubrey to get her shots going a little bit. Has a little bit of a slow start to the season, but we know those shots are coming.
Yep. Just a little quick, and again, right now it's just about gathering yourself, having some patience on offense, being strong with the basketball.
Mia brings it back out. Hannah Green for 3.
There we go.
Going to be a little long. Rebound made in round count.
I like seeing Hannah be aggressive, though.
Yeah, I mean, she's got to take that shot, and she's got to get to where she's confident it's going to go in again, because we've seen it over, last year and a half, that shot will go in. Smith is fouled by Peyton Meyer. That'll be her first, Blue Jays first.
The only mistake Peyton made there was just to, if she had jumped into the passing lane, she could have forced the turnover, but she just kind of got a little too much of her side into the ADM player and caused the foul there.
Addison Banzi checks out. Kennedy Glazer in for the Tigers. Cameron Smith, pump fake, going to drive, makes the pass, but Hannah Green steps into the lane beautifully to take that ball away.
Let's see if they can show some patience here.
Peyton Meyer for 3 in the corner.
There we go. And that's Peyton's game right there offensively. Just spot up on the three-point line, get a pass, and let it rip.
Lauren Case also in for the Tigers. She takes the 3. No good. Mia Bell gets the rebound. Haynes ahead to Steenhook. Now cross court to Bell.
That's how you break a press.
Bell to Steenhook. Steenhook drives. Left hand up. Oof. No good. Hannah Green gets the rebound and has it taken away from behind.
I thought Chesney got fouled. There's Aubrey with the steal. See if she can.
And has it stolen back by Cameron Smith. She tries going ahead to Stork. Overshoots it. Ball out of bounds. Blue Jay ball.
Yeah, Coach Anderson just reminding his team, be patient. Take your time.
Glazer out. Madeline round count in for the Tigers. Tigers going fairly deep into the rotation for only 5 minutes.
Yeah, and if they're gonna use that press throughout the game, they're gonna need to keep people fresh.
Haynes to Steenhook. Steenhook for a long 2. No good. Mia Bell gets the rebound. Up quick with it. No good. Tips it out to herself. Grabs it out to Peyton Meyer. Meyer's going to try to drive. Feeds Steenhook on a nice pass. No good. And tipped out of bounds by Chesney.
That was one of the best dribble drives I've seen Peyton make this year. Just to jump stop, gather herself, make a nice pass into Chesney. Chesney just didn't quite have that angle towards the hoop. But those shots are going to start to fall. Carolyn Miller checks in for Aubrey.
Yep. And for the Tigers, they have Winter and Nicole Stork, Banzi, Cameron Smith, and Kelly Stork. Both Storks. Bell with another rebound, her 4th.
Mia really adds some athleticism to this team. Seen with an offensive rebound and that rebound right there.
Well, and the ability to chase down a loose ball. She's just that quick. I mean, she reads it well and she gets to the ball. Tigers take the ball away, trying to push it across. Cameron Smith thought about a long 3.
The official raised his hand and was going to call travel, and then he didn't.
Stork's shot no good. Rebound by Kelly Stork. She puts it back up and gets the 2.
Yeah.
It's going to be Chesney's first foul. Lauren Case checking in.
This lineup offensively, it's going to move Hannah back out to the perimeter with Carolyn and Chesney working the lane area.
Free throw up and good for Kelly Stork. Now Kelly's going to go to the bench, and Madeline Roundcount's going to check back in. I think the 3rd time she's checked in already this game. Meyer going to bring it across half court. Gets it to Bell. Back to Meyer. Meyer safely pulls it back out. Hannah Green over to Bell. Bell for 3. Just off the rim. I like that shot, though. Cameron Smith gets the rebound. She kicks it out. And they're going to get Bell for the foul on that one on Lauren Case's drive.
And ADM, they just continue to shuffle players in on every dead ball.
It looks like Kelly Stork is taking all of the offensive possessions, and Madeline Roundcount's coming in for all the defensive ones.
Yeah, that's early to go offense for defense.
Smith back to Case. Case now into Stork. Stork left hand up, no good. And Carolyn Miller got fouled on the rebound.
Yep. Like Bonzi.
That's her first foul. And round count in again. Aubrey Haynes back in for the Blue Jays. Little dangerous with the loft on that one, but it worked out. Steenhook now drives and is blocked on her way in. Neville had a shot at it. Little scramble ball here. Case now driving. Right hand, scoop shot, no good. Rebound, Steenhook. Neville to Steenhook. Steenhook over to Meyer. Meyer for three.
There we go.
No good. Steenhook's going to get the rebound. And feeds Steenhook back again. Drops across court to Miller. Miller for two. Nice. Good work in the paint by the Towers. Cameron Smith over to the corner. Case with it. Nicole Stork kicks it back out. Now round count is going to get called for the travel. Yep. It's probably not the way to get coach to give you more offensive possessions. I only say that since they've been doing this rotation.
Yeah, kind of the hockey line shift.
Neville to Meyer, back to Neville. Hannah Green with it. Pulls up for three. Good.
There we go. Let's see a couple more of those.
She just waited thinking somebody was going to come out and guard her and then decided, well, I might as well. That's a long three. Holy cow. Addison Bance with the long three at the buzzer to tie it up 8-8 after one quarter.
No, we didn't have a whole lot of offense till about the last 2 minutes of that quarter and had a little offensive explosion, but looked like ADM kind of backed off of their pressure a little bit the last couple minutes, and that breathing room kind of allowed the Blue Jays a little bit of extra space to run their offense in the post. We saw a little post-to-post action with Chesney and Carolyn, and then Hannah hit that wide-open three. So good start for the Blue Jays. You know, not anything, no offensive explosion, but
but some threes are falling.
And they're playing with effort. They look focused. They're not playing. They don't have a defeated look about them, which is really positive. To kind of, you come back from that Tuesday night game against just a really, really good Ballard team, a great Ballard program, and that's the name of the game in basketball. It's such a long season. There's so many games. You have to flush those bad games, especially those road losses, those midweek road losses down the drain. You just got to get rid of them and be ready to go. Look ahead to the next game.
Aubrey Haynes brings it up court. Miller gets the ball, drives, up with the shot, and good.
Strong move by Carolyn. That's a little added offense that could be pretty important there.
She didn't take too many shots in the first game, so
she's gotten a little bit of foul trouble too.
Yeah.
So, there was a little offensive foul,
and that's a great pesky play by Aubrey Haynes to draw that.
And we see that from Aubrey. In that first game, she had 2 or 3 tie-ups like that. She can really kind of be that kind of fly. Fly in the mud, getting after you, buzzing the tower.
Smith to Bell, up to Green. Green pulls it back out. Haynes with it now. Carolyn Miller fighting down low and had it tipped away out of bounds. It'll be a Blue Jay ball underneath.
I think ADM was in a man press there and back into man-to-man or person-to-person defense. It looks like they're staying in a person-to-person defense.
Response to the three-pointers actually going in.
Could be that. But I'd like see Carolyn get another touch in the post.
Oh, just got an elbow to the face.
She did.
Green out to Bell. 12 seconds on the shot clock still.
Good patience.
Haynes into Miller. Miller is, I don't know, that's probably a travel.
It was a tie-up.
Tie-up, okay.
Which is a bailout.
Because I would have thought the roll backwards on that probably would have resulted in a travel. So
gets a little tough for officials there.
Oh, right.
It's such a fine line. Kind of. I like the play on. We were talking about that. The Blue Jays still in that 2-3 zone.
Van's already proved that she can hit from there. Kelly Stork into Nicole Stork, and they're going to call.
I think Carolyn on the foul there inside.
Okay.
Although we're going to have a conversation. Double foul maybe.
So it's on Carolyn.
Yep. Post players are getting after it right now. Good job from Carolyn.
Neville
really
and Miller
good minutes.
out. So on the court for the Blue Jays now, Haynes, Meyer, Steenhook, Green and Bell, the starters. And Green's going to tie that one up.
There. See, there you go. Just that little 1 second left on the shot clock possession, and now you get another tie-up, you get the ball back. So
on the court for the Tigers, both Storks, Banzi, Smith, and Winter. So they're starters for them as well. Bell to Haynes, Haynes to Steenhook. Steenhook now going to try and drive. Turn, fade, right hand, no good. Green tip, but rebound between the Storks. Nicole came away with it.
I can see Chesney maybe use a little bit of a shot fake and get her defender in the air and then go right into her, draw that contact, get a foul, maybe a three-point opportunity.
Winter shot, no good. Steenhook gets the rebound. Well, this is probably one of the tougher matchups for Chesney because they do bring a lot of height.
There are some size there for sure. Sometimes their tough matchups are the double teams and the triple teams, and now it's just some good height.
Someone she can't just turn and shoot right over.
Right. There we go.
Haynes for three. Banks it in.
Going to the bank. We will take that. Sometimes just seeing that ball go through the hoop will get you going.
Smith with the drive. That had to, I don't know what that hop was if it wasn't a travel. And going to be a turnover anyway as this pass to Smith is a little low and goes out of bounds.
Hey, there's some positive body language right there. Good to see that. ADM's going to take a timeout.
We're going to got a shout out for our nice loud pep band in the house tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Also a shout out for our sponsor for the stream, Bird's Nest here in Bondurant. A great community sponsor for a lot of things, but also a great supporter of Blue Jay School District athletics, all of it. And, taking care of youth, early outs, after schools, during the summers. Just a great partner in the community.
Absolutely. Partner of the community, partner of the school district. Employ our high school students, take care of our younger folks, our young Blue Jays. Just a great, safe place for kids to be before and after school.
And a great opportunity for some of our students to decide, hey, maybe teaching and working with kids is the right move for me, which I'm sure the school district would be super excited to have them back.
We have a teacher academy program in our district now, second year, taught by Donovan Hill and Jody Brogan, where we expose our high school students to the world of education, and I think we're going to see some fruits of that labor pay off with some future teachers.
Just great opportunities from things like that and give people some kind of real-world experience as Steenhook feeds Green, gets fouled on the shot by Winter.
That's the single best offensive play I've seen this year, that high-low coming out of the timeout. Great call by Coach Anderson and his staff. Might have been one of his assistants. I don't want to give him too much credit, but that high-low from Chesney into Hannah, let's see her knock down those free throws.
Nice high arcing
Make it
shot
rain.
For one. Lauren Case going to check in. Aubrey Winter out for the Tigers. No love on the arc that time. Kelly Stork went down going for the ball, but Tigers come away with it. Cameron Smith over to Case, back to Smith.
Good help.
Loose ball. Haynes picks it up, and now she's going to push forward. Feeds Meyer. Meyer's going to drop it off to Steenhook, who has it ripped away from behind. Cameron Smith with the good hands. Tries to feed Lauren Case up on the other end of the court, but just a little too much height on it. It's the second one of those long outlet passes they've just had a little bit too much on. And Kelly Stork going to get called for the foul on the reach against Steenhook.
Yeah, that's a gift. 50 feet from the basket, a foul right there. Get you that much closer to the bonus. That's not what you want to do in that press.
Got Lauren Hagdorn checking in for the first time. Kelly Stork going to the bench with her second foul.
Staying in that man-to-man kind of full court pressure look are the Tigers. See if we go back to that high-low look.
Steenhook tried to force it into Bell. maybe a little too aggressive on that pass, as it was almost a double team on Mia as the zone was just collapsing.
Oh, there's
Haynes
Aubrey.
almost ripped that away again. Oh, nice block by Hannah Green.
Showing her volleyball skills there.
Carolyn Miller going to check in for Chesney Steenhook.
Hannah was one of our stalwarts on our state qualifying volleyball team this year.
Nice solid run from them this year.
Yeah.
That shot is blocked again by Green. Haynes going to push ahead to Meyer. Meyer pull up 2. No good. And Nicole Stork gets the rebound.
No problem, no issue with that shot at all.
No, it just looked like she was kind of in between deciding on the bank shot or straight on.
Yeah, but not forcing a layup, not shooting too far out.
Good job getting that pass through the press and getting it to Banzi for her layup. Her 5th point of the game.
Yeah. Oh, very, very aggressive.
So that's going to be Nicole Stork, her first foul.
And again, you don't need to foul Carolyn Miller 30 feet from the basket.
Right.
It's just not.
It's not her game.
No. There we go.
Aubrey
Love
Haynes
it.
for 3,
Love
and
it.
she's on
Love
it.
Had a girl, Aubrey.
Her second 3 of the game.
That first one, you say what you want about a bank going in, but
Yep.
it just, the confidence, it does nothing but help. Now the basket looks bigger. She's going to knock 1 or 2 more down in this game. Maybe, hopefully more.
Carolyn's going to get called for the foul on that one.
Yeah, Carolyn returned the favor and fouled 15 feet from the basket to somebody that really hasn't been a threat from out there. And that puts her into foul trouble.
Case with it, drives, floater, and gets it to go.
Yeah.
Good job not fouling by the Blue Jays there.
Just going to say
that was a tough shot.
Yep.
Haynes gets it across the court to Hannah Green. Maybe could have got another foul there. And she rocks the 2-pointer.
Love it. Just seeing the confidence grow.
Well, and we've talked about this. We just didn't shoot that great the first 2 games. We're capable. We just didn't. So, loose ball. Carolyn Miller is going to get down, takes it away, pass it up to Aubrey Haynes. Peyton Meyer going to drive now. Out to Haynes. Meyer at the top. Miller at the free throw line for 2. Good.
That was offense with purpose right there.
She knew she fought for that ball at the other end.
Yeah.
It was her turn to score. Nicole Stork kicks it out. 3-point attempt is good for Cameron Smith.
Straight on threes. That's a good look for most players.
Nearing the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. Meyer to Miller. Miller in a tough spot, looking for an option and gets it to Mia Bell. Now Hannah Green comes around to the opposite side, looking to get down low. Kick out. 12 seconds on the shot clock.
ADM's really playing up in their person.
Oh, good pump fake. Mia Bell up with the shot. No good. Haynes, that won't reset the shot clock. And we're not going to get the yeah, I don't think we got the shot clock or shot off. Since it didn't hit the rim, it didn't reset the shot clock.
Yep. But ADM's really playing aggressive person-to-person defense down there.
Probably a good time to give a shout-out to our new shot clock guy, since it's new this year.
Yeah, we got Chris Germelin down there on the clock. Chris, a former Forest City Prep.
I did confirm the mascot.
Yeah. Is it the Indians?
It is the Indians.
Yeah, recent graduate of Iowa State University, teaching special education in our intermediate building.
Played some play ends up in Stork's hand, right hand up. No good. Steenhook gets the rebound.
Yeah. Chris played a little bit of club basketball with one of our assistant coaches, Seth Moeller, and my son, John Carlson, back in high school.
That ball's batted away, and loose ball recovered by the Tigers.
Good hustle by Stork there.
Yep. That looked like a lot of steps and maybe some contact and know anything, so playing on. Steenhook's going to get called for the walk. Peyton Meyer's going to check in. Hannah Green out for the Blue Jays. So Haynes, Steenhook, Meyer, Miller, and Bell on the court for the Blue Jays.
I'm just watching a little exchange between the official and the ADM head coach. Official didn't like the reaction from their head coach, and coach was like, what did I say?
Glazer with the ball. Oh, tried to throw it to Case. A little hot and out of bounds. Blue Jay ball. Shot clock off. I'm assuming you're holding for one shot here.
Well, you want to. With this defense, you know,
True.
Sometimes you're just going to take the best opportunity that presents itself with all the pressure. If you can let the air out of the ball and not give them another chance, then you do that. But
Miller down low, gets into the lane, pull back, shot up, no good, but is fouled. That's going to be on Nicole Stork, her second.
Carolyn was about a quarter of an inch from being called for a travel and kind of pulled it back in and was able to gather herself and draw the foul. Carolyn's got a chance to be our leading scorer here this half.
Free throw up and good.
Good confident stroke.
And that's a big play, too, because now both of the Storks have 2 fouls, and it does affect the way you can pressure going forward.
Yeah.
Miller hits them both.
What a girl.
18 seconds.
8 for Carolyn.
Smith over to Case. Case drive, right hand up, no good. She's going to get called for the foul on Mia Bell.
Kind of got bailed out. She was way underneath the basket, did not have an angle to hoop. The foul might have contributed to that a little bit, but still 10 seconds, so a quick push here from Aubrey could give us another shot at the basket, assuming we're able to rebound or they put the second free throw through.
No good on that. Abby Neville going to check in for Mia Bell, and Lauren Hagdorn going to check in for Nicole Stork.
Little strategic move by Coach Anderson. Abby's probably a little better three-point shooter than Mia.
And you don't want a third quick foul on Bell on this rebound either. Second one up, no good. And Miller gets the rebound, has it taken away. Shot up, no good. Steenhook gets that rebound.
Just eat the ball. Eat the ball.
And we're going to go into half. Blue Jays leading 23-15. Pretty solid first half.
Yeah, really, really good. You could kind of see the confidence growth. That's the kind of improvement that Coach Anderson and his staff want to see. Just the girls playing with confidence, playing with effort, focused, not getting down on themselves. The body language has been really, really positive, and that's what you want to see.
Yeah, we'll step away. Halftime's about 10 minutes. We'll come back shortly before the start of the second half. Go Blue Jays. All right, welcome back, Blue Jay fans. We're nearing the end of halftime here as the Blue Jays have a 23-15 lead. Blue Jays led in the first half in scoring by Carolyn Miller with 8, Aubrey Haynes with 6, Hannah Green with 6, and then Peyton Meyer with 3. For the Tigers, Addison Bands with 5, Cameron Smith with 5, Kelly Stork with 3, and Lauren Case with 2. Pretty equaled up, though, first half, all things considered. Blue Jays have an 8-point lead, which maybe seems a little more than what you'd expect having watched it.
Yeah, and really, to your point, good contributions from all 7 of the girls that saw some floor time, saw some action in that first half, and really would like to see Chesney get going in this half. I think she's due. It's her turn. It's her time.
Kelly Stork tried to kick it out. Aubrey Haynes takes it away. Peyton Meyer now driving to the hoop. Layup is good.
Good athletic play there by Peyton to get herself in position to make that layup.
Came across to the other side of the hoop, so she could use that as a little bit of help too.
Yep.
Stork for 2. Off the rim, no good. Mia Bell a little early on the jump, so Chesney Steenhook comes away with it.
Mia jumped twice.
Just realized I had 2 lines for Chesney on my stat sheet, so I have her for 6 rebounds, not 3. Makes a difference.
That makes sense, too.
If 2 Chesneys each have 3, that makes 6 rebounds.
Well, both those Chesneys are really nice players.
Chesney tips that ball away. Hannah Green is able to get it back to her. Now Aubrey Haynes bringing it up court. Green is going to send it back to Aubrey Haynes.
Ooh, Aubrey thought about pulling the
trigger. I don't
there.
know. I like her shooting the 3. I don't know that I want 3 feet behind the line yet.
No, she's not quite Caitlin Clark ready yet.
Well, Caitlin Clark's a little more than 3 feet behind the line. That's like walk in the gym ready.
Yeah. That's a travel. That's a travel.
Kelly Stork takes the ball away.
That's a big bad travel there.
The fall or when she started to get back up with it?
Yes and yes.
Nicole Stork now kicks it out. Winter gives it back to Cameron Smith at the top. Now Stork again with it. Drives. Left-hand lay-in. No good off the rim. Hannah Green gets the rebound.
Nicole Stork does some really nice things in the lane. I'm kind of waiting for her maybe to start doing some things too.
Haynes stop and pop. A little long. Mia Bell gets the rebound. And I would have thought that was a foul too, but nothing called. Bell gets the 2.
Mia just kind of let Stork clear herself and got the ball off the glass.
I find it hard to believe there wasn't contact on it, but that's fine. The shot went in. We're good.
That's why I used the backboard.
Yep.
12-point lead.
Nicole Stork driving. Tried to get it underneath. Going to throw it off Mia Bell's leg, so it'll stay with the Tigers. Blue Jays hit 4 3-pointers in the first half. Help give that lead going, yes, along with Carolyn Miller's work in the paint and at the free throw line. Shot up, no good from Smith. Mia Bell gets another rebound and has it taken away and kicked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Tigers.
Yeah, went off Mia's leg there.
If the first, 2.5 minutes is any indication, we're going to let a lot more go in this second half. Winter for 3, short.
Got to box out.
Smith tips it back into Bands, no good. Stork with the rebound, up, no good. But she's going to go to the line.
And quite possibly a foul there, but kind of a bailout call too. Stork kind of fading away from the basket. If she went towards the basket, I'm definitely going to give her that foul call. But
first
she got
shot
it.
Up is no good. And Madeline Roundcount going to check in for the Tigers. Second rebound or free throw is good as I untangle myself.
Kind of a careless turnover there, getting the ball in bounds. My stat sheet's correct. Patrick Stork came into this game averaging 21 a game.
Yeah.
Nicole Stork, and that's her first point right there.
Yes.
So that's interesting. Coach Anderson's going to take a full timeout. Hey, Tell us about our wrestling team. How are they? How's the season gone so far? What do they have coming up? Who's
Well, the duel that was supposed to happen at Carroll yesterday didn't happen. Apparently, Carroll thought it might snow today, so they should cancel yesterday's meet. Going to Grinnell tomorrow for a set of duels. The varsity went to Iowa City for a really big tournament this last weekend. You had teams from Illinois, Missouri, Minnesota, Nebraska, Wisconsin. So some of the top options that you could go against. Connor Pfizer came away in 6th place, Max Riggins in 7th, and we had a series of guys that really wrestled well. Matthew McCrae had some really nice matches. It actually moved him into the rankings this last round. Jordan Ryle had some nice matches. Marcus Teed, Lewis both had some really big wins. So really good start to the season where you get an option to see some of the top wrestlers in the country, really.
Right.
And so now they're just going to see some Iowa guys this week, but should be a fun day in Grinnell tomorrow if you can make it. Aubrey Haynes ties it up for another jump ball. Shows a little bit of fire with it.
I like that.
Must come with the number 2 uniform.
It also shows me that she's into this game mentally, physically, spiritually. Has really done a nice job. Has taken care of the ball. Knocked down those threes.
Green for 3. Going to be long. Bell gets another rebound out to Aubrey Haynes. Haynes feeds Steenhook. Double team. Kicks it out. Meyer.
Good job by Chesney.
Tries to step through. There's a lot of action there.
Yep. Chesney did a good job there. She kicked the ball out. She didn't force the action. Oh, Peyton almost had that steal.
Stork over to back out. Meyer tips it away.
Peyton's just being pesky out there.
That does not reset the shot clock, so there's only 16 seconds. Stork kicks it out. Smith, drive, running floater, gets it to go.
Tough shot. This is how ADM's going to have to get back into this game with this pressure, and they're going to have to ratchet it up a little bit. Chesney, I think, caught somebody's tooth on her elbow.
Myers, long 3, no good. Steenhook gets the rebound, and they're going to call that travel.
That's interesting.
Maybe somebody let them know the other time it was also a travel, and they made up for it. Neville checking in. Meyer going out to the bench. A little bit of a line change as well for the Tigers. So you got both Storks, Case, Smith, and Banzi. Case back to Banzi. Inside battle. Hannah Green tipped it, but tipped it to Stork. Air ball, no good. Hannah Green gets the rebound.
Work by Hannah defensively there. Here comes Abby up the sideline.
And
there we go.
That one they're going to get the foul on, which, in all honesty, was less probably on Kelly Stork than some of the other ones should have been, because Chesney was kind of jumping back into it. But
I think Kelly thinks she just ran into a wall.
Well, we saw a screen or two that Chesney set last year that looked like she was a wall. So you get called for that travel. Smith bringing it up court. She's one of the few that hasn't really checked out at all. Stork has it knocked away by Aubrey Haynes. Again, quick hands from Aubrey to force a turnover. Steenhook at the three-point line. Pulls up for a long 3 and hits it.
There's some distance between her feet and the line, too.
All right, well, there's that 3 feet back that she was thinking about earlier.
Back out to a 12-point lead.
Nice pass into Banzi. She gets the 2-point lay-in.
Just under 3 minutes here, 10-point lead, 30-20.
Haynes now going to drive, kicks it out to Bell. Bell to Green, has it tipped away by Stork. pulls it away on the loose ball. Steenhook out to Neville. Neville for three, off the rim, no good. And Mia Bell gets the rebound and I think threw it off of the opponent.
Yep, good hustle. Good hustle. Like seeing Abby Neville take that shot too. It's a good look for her.
Bell and Steenhook going to go to the bench. Meyer and Miller coming in for the Blue Jays. Miller just tries to throw it off Stork's foot, but ends up with the Blue Jay ball anyway. Probably not the inbound play that he designed. And Case is going to get called for the foul on Neville.
Yeah, a little bit of a dangerous pass from Peyton there going across court, but Abby did a nice job coming to the basketball and drawing the foul.
You coached a few years. Did you ever tell your team to throw it off the opponent's foot on an inbound play intentionally?
No, not intentionally. I did see Seth Muller throw it off the back of a defender one time and get himself a layup.
Myers shot no good. Stork with the rebound.
I was not coaching at that time, though. I'll make that very clear.
Well, and that's definitely not a play call. That's hey, this guy's not paying attention. He's just making a basketball play, which is what Carolyn was doing there too.
Right.
I just like to make it seem like Ben would call those things. Banzi for three, good.
Yeah, and she's proven that she is going to be their threat from the three-point line, and that's what's going to get them back in the game. That was kind of a set play, a backside screen on the zone to get her open.
Miller has it ripped away by Stork. Loose ball on the ground. Tigers come away with it.
Sensing a little momentum shift here. Need to get a stop.
Case, pull up. I think that's a long two. Stork gets the rebound, and they're going to call Meyer on that?
I think so. I think she just kind of snuck in a little bit of a reach there.
So that's her second foul. Steenhook going to come in. Miller going to come out.
Yeah.
Smith, the inbounder. Both Storks down low. Gets it out top to Case. Back to Smith. Into Nicole Stork. Out to Kelly Stork. Back into Nicole Stork. And good dump-off pass to Case.
And off the foot
and
of ADM.
That's going to be off Case's foot. A lot of contact again.
Yep. It's pretty physical in that lane there.
Give me some people thankful for the weekend after this.
Yeah.
Round count in for Kelly Stork. Neville to Meyer. Now Neville back to Haynes. Tipped away. Going to stay Blue Jay ball with 21 seconds. Only 5 fouls combined so far in this quarter.
You can't ever make a soft skip pass, Patrick.
Ooh.
Good hustle by Chesney. Great hustle. Great hustle.
Now Neville going to try for three.
Get in there.
Just off, no good, and it's going to stay Blue Jay ball as that one goes off Lauren Case.
Great hustle by Chesney. She is not having the kind of offensive night she wants to have, but her defensive presence and that hustle right there, her rebounding of the basketball, have been very impactful in her team's success tonight.
Oh, nice entry pass. Hannah Green gets the two.
And the assist from Chesney. So keeping herself in the game mentally. 8 for Hannah. Kind of stopped that momentum shift a little bit.
Winter thought about the three, or Smith thought about the three. Over to Banzi, back to Smith. 21 seconds on the clock.
Stop right here would be big.
Smith drives baseline, tries to dump it out. Hannah Green not able to control. Back to the Tigers. Stork goes through the lane without a call. Off the rim, no good. Hannah Green rebound. Players just flying all over the place now. Green throws it ahead to Meyer. Meyer for two.
Yep, Peyton knows what to do with that thing.
Good communication as Green was coming up court. You could hear Peyton yell. 10 seconds on the clock for the third quarter. Smith with it. Into Stork. Stork from the free throw line. In and out. No good. Haynes gets the rebound and one-arm shot. Tries to hit a cheerleader.
It's not dodgeball. Hey, that was a good little momentum shift back in the direction of the Blue Jays there. You know, ADM had cut that lead to 7, and a couple of quick baskets gets it back out to 11. You had an 8-point lead at the half. You've extended your lead. Now it just comes down to really taking care of that basketball because they're going to ratchet up the pressure. They're going to force the ball inside. They're going to try to draw fouls. And those are the things you want to do. You want to take care of the basketball. You want to get good possessions on the offensive end. And then you don't want to foul on the defensive end, put ADM on the free throw line without the clock running and with a chance to score. And, this is where that 6 games of experience is greater than the 3 games of experience that the Blue Jays have, because they've had in-game situations like this. The Blue Jays have just had, a smaller sample size from which to kind of wrap themselves around. So let's see if they can hold that lead and hold off an ADM team that kind of knows what they need to do to get back in the game. And again, Nicole Stork coming in with 21 points a game, held to 1 point so far. And Chesney also held scoreless, being the leading scorer for the Blue Jays. So let's see if one of those two tries to kind of take control here in this fourth quarter. There's that zone play
for a long three. Going to be short. Hannah Green gets the rebound. Haynes dribbles through the double team. Now gets it to Abby Neville. Neville into Steenhook with only one defender this time. And I don't know if I saw that.
Boy, I don't either. And, she kind of had her hooked with that hand, too. So it's going to be – Coach Anderson's asking the 2 officials that didn't call the
Where
travel.
Was the walk?
What was the travel? And they both shook their heads like, I don't know.
And I think that's why he sat down like, okay, well, it was just a bad call. It happens. Kelly Stork in the corner. Dribbles, tries to kick it out. Hannah Green gets a piece on it and throws it ahead to Meyer. Meyer has it taken away by Cameron Smith, but
arrow to the Jays.
Arrow to the Jays. All right.
But the 2-3 zone has really stymied ADM's offensive attack tonight.
What a great hustle play there by Hannah Green, not just to step in front of the pass, but to chase it down and get it back in bounds where Meyer was. And Meyer just trucks Nicole Stork. Nicole's down a little bit.
Yeah. And I'm not laughing because Nicole's down. I'm laughing because you used the word trucked.
Yeah. Well,
I think Nicole's going to be okay. She's a tough kid.
We've talked about, Peyton on the soccer field, that's more normal. You see that a little more often.
Yeah.
And she's not opposed to committing a foul in soccer either.
Peyton's a physical player.
Yeah. I mean, legitimately, that's her 3rd foul, which we kind of expect 3 fouls every game from her.
3 or 4.
And we hope not 5.
Yeah. And I don't think we'll see Nicole Stark on the bench for too long.
No, I think our trainer, Sarah Moss, got sent back across. And that 3 is good for Lauren Higdorn, her first points.
That's what will get ADM back in the game quickly.
Meyer for 3, no good. Aubrey Haynes gets the rebound. Floater, no good. Steenhook gets the rebound.
Turn and score, Chesney.
And is fouled on the shot.
There she goes. Again, patience, persistence. Going to the line for her first shot at getting in the scorebook.
61% free throw shooter last year, Chesney. And gets the first.
Good shooter's touch.
And just like you expected, Nicole Stork back in.
Kelly Stork really just not giving Chesney any room to work inside there. Big kid.
Yeah, a lot of height from those two.
Yep, 2 very physical players, just kind of.
Chesney hits both free throws. Banzi over to Stork. Stork going to try to drive, kicks it out. Hagdorn, cross court, no good, Abby. Neville comes away with it. Haynes to Meyer. Meyer comes across, gets the layup, and good.
Love seeing that. Boy, those 2 guards up top in that zone are giving ADM all kinds of fit, and there's Chesney just kind of with an excuse me foul.
Yeah, but Chesney doesn't move easily.
No, Case appears to have taken a little bit of a shot to the face there. Now Sarah's going to come on.
Well, during this break, we'll give a quick shout out to our sponsor for this stream, Bird's Nest. Great community partner, watching over your kids, helping teach your kids, employing your kids, and really just loving on your kids. Great community partner here, Bird's Nest, as we appreciate their support of Blue Jay athletics, as well as all the other work they do in the community.
Yeah. Jill Sullivan, Felicia Collison, owner-operators, super people.
They've had a few years of fandom around basketball.
Yes, they have.
And maybe we have dance performing at halftime of the varsity game.
Yeah.
They may be some proud supporters of that as well.
Absolutely.
Also, stay tuned after the game. We will have our Vision Bank Player of the Game. We have a few options to work with here.
Definitely. She just looks a little woozy.
Yeah.
Does Lauren Case. Kind of wondered for a second if maybe she had a contact out, but I think she's just.
Yeah, I think she just hit that hard.
Got her bell rung.
Yeah, we don't use that term all that much anymore, to get her bell rung, because, not too long ago that meant go right back in, not make sure everything's okay. Oh, nice inbound play, just not able to convert. Aubrey Haynes comes away with it ahead to Peyton Meyer. Meyer going to do a good job pulling it back out.
Choice. Coach
Haynes
Anderson calls for 4 out.
Meyer, Green. Steenhook looking to get the ball down low. Stork defending again. Steenhook back and down. Shot up. No good. Nicole Stork with the rebound. Aniston Talari. Talari is a name that we've seen over the last couple years. Older sister graduated last year. Hannah Green, cross-court, Abby Neville for 2. Good.
Abby.
Good find there from Hannah Green, and quick release from Abby Neville.
Good mid-range jump shot. Extends that lead out to 14.
Stork in the middle of a triple team, kicks it out. Cameron Smith with it. Pull up 3. Off the rim. No good. Hannah Green gets the rebound.
Hannah Green, solid on the boards. Oh, might have got fouled.
Stork takes it away, drives the hoop, right-hand layup, and they're going to call Aubrey Haynes for the foul. Layup was no good.
No problem with the foul there. Probably prevented an easy 2 points to contest that.
Nicole Stork to the free throw line for 2. First one off the front of the rim. Stork is 65% free throw shooter last year.
Carolyn checks in to give Chesney a little breather.
I don't think we've seen Mia Bell in a little bit. Stork hits the second. Her second point of the game.
2 for 4 from the line.
Neville into Green. Green going to push ahead. And over and back. How?
I'm going to watch the replay on that, Patrick. And
so would the argument be that she hadn't came across the court yet, and so she was in the air when she caught it?
Well, she did cross over. I'll watch this. You watch the game.
All right. Hagorn kicks it out to Smith. Smith going to pull up for a long 3 and hits it.
That's a bad call. I mean, it's a missed call. We'll just say that. I don't want to be too hard on the official. That's a missed call. And it takes it from a 13-point game in your possession to a 10-point game, and still kind of keeps ADM in the hunt. And that's not neither here nor there. And you got to play through all those things. But that was just a missed call.
Full timeout for the Tigers.
And I did watch the replay, so I'm now being objective because I watched the replay. How's that?
So if she jumped and caught it in the air and hadn't landed on the other side, does that matter?
Well, so I think what his interpretation of it is the receiver of the pass had not established themselves in the front court yet. Hannah had established herself in the front court, but the basketball was also in the front court, and that
so it's just like establishing yourself from out of bounds. You have to establish yourself across half court.
Exactly. But
I understand why he would have made that call then. I'm not saying it's right, but it's definitely a more realistic reason that she might have, because she was jumping across the line.
ADM's going to pick up full court, player-to-player pressure right here. This is going to be a real test of taking care of the ball. Just getting open will be a tough challenge here too.
Ball to Meyer. Back to Neville. So Neville going to come into the game, made for a little extra ball handling. Ahead to Carolyn Miller. Cross court.
Just
Neville.
In time.
Into Meyer. Meyer layup is good.
Perfectly broke the press there. Peyton with 11 now.
Doing a real good job around the paint.
Threes and layups, what you don't want to give up now.
Haynes knocks that one away again, or fouls for that matter. We don't want him to get anything too easy. Carolyn Miller with a big rebound.
That's a good defensive possession. Good heads-up play by Abby Neville. I don't like her throwing the ball back across the court there, though.
Haynes to Bell. Bell underneath to Meyer. Meyer might have got away with a walk there.
Use that clock, girls. Use that clock. Let it be your friend.
21 seconds. Miller now with it in the corner.
Not where you want to go with the ball and pick it up. And Coach Anderson takes the timeout wisely. Young players out there, as Steve Stone used to say to Harry Carey on Cubs broadcast, you don't want to pick that ball up in the corner. That's where you're going to get trapped, and you're 9 times out of 10, if you do throw a pass, you're going to turn it over. So Coach Anderson wisely takes the timeout. 13 seconds left on the shot clock, so they'll have some time to get into some offense.
What a great day for a ball game. That was a terrible impression.
Thank you.
Get a little bit of our pep band going again. Student section filling out as well.
Cheerleaders full force tonight, doing a great job. You mentioned our dance team, who came away with a first, second, and third place finish at state dance this year with their 3 routines. A lot of good things going on with our kids in Bonnarant right now.
Definitely.
It's a pleasure to be a part of it and to help cover our kids and showcase what they're doing. And really great, solid effort here tonight so far by our Blue Jay girls team.
We got a doubleheader tonight. The boys game will take action after that. Yes, I know. It was a terrible Harry Carey impression.
Are you getting mess texts or something?
I may have gotten a text about it being a very bad impression.
I've heard you give better Harry Carey impressions before.
Listen, Harry called games in a state of mind that I'm not currently at.
That's right.
That makes a difference. Corner shot, winner. Hits the 3. Her first points of the game.
Keeps that lead at 9.
Haynes with it to Miller. It gets fouled by Nicole Stork.
Yep.
Her third foul.
Only 4 team fouls, so they're still got ADM has 2 to give here with 3 minutes. They're going to want to do that here pretty soon, and I know Coach Anderson's going to want to get his best free throw shooters on the floor, as ADM's going to have to foul here to put the Blue Jays on the line if they can't chip away at that lead anymore here in the next minute or so.
Steenhook gonna get called for a moving foul. They're moving block.
Yeah, moving screen.
Yeah, that's the word.
And you know what? It probably was a moving screen, but we've seen some of that physicality all game not get called, and just gets ratcheted up here when you're kind of in a late game situation. So just under 3 as ADM gets the ball. 9-point Blue Jay lead. There's that screen, the backside of the zone play.
Smith back over to Winter. Back to Smith for a long 3, and it's good.
It's her third 3 of the game. Cuts that lead to 6.
There's been a lot of them that she's just kind of thought about and then passed up, and might have been a different game if she was pulling up the whole time.
Good patience.
Haynes with it into Steenhook. Steenhook double team and has it taken away. Stork over to Smith. Ahead to Winter. Winter saves it and gets it back to Smith for a long 3 again. Off the backboard, no good.
Good box out by Chesney. Yep. Really good box out. Aubrey needs to go get the ball. Your point guard needs to go get the ball here.
Smith ahead to Stork. Stork lay in good. And it's going to be time for a timeout.
Yeah, and that 13-point lead quickly turns into a 4-point lead. Still under 2. You still have the ball. It's your possession. Looks like ADM does have the possession arrow, so a tie-up will go to the Tigers. Blue Jays have committed 7 fouls, so ADM goes to the line for 1-and-1 on their next foul if it's not a shooting foul. ADM still has 2 fouls to give before they put Bonneret Farrar to the line. So play with poise. Again, this is that game experience that we talked about. And this is where Aubrey Haynes has to want to have the ball in her hands. She needs to go get the ball. She's the point guard. Take care of it. She's going to sit down on the bench here for just a second, though.
Just get a breather. She's got another 2 minutes of game action. I'm guessing we're going to see her again. And that's going to be a foul on Stork. That'll be her 4th.
That's her 4th. And with her not in the game, I like our chances. So,
well, I think she's only been out for about a minute of the entire game. So,
and she hasn't scored the basketball a lot tonight, but what she has done is facilitate those 3-point shots.
And played some pretty solid defense.
Yes.
Mia Bell with the ball.
You got to cut and move with purpose in these late game situations.
Neville back to Green. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Green into Bell. Bell layup, no good. Has it tipped away by Chesney Steenhook.
No reset.
Bell for 3 hits.
Oh my goodness.
That's a big shot.
Oh, that's her first varsity 3-point shot, I've got to believe. And what a spot to hit it in. With the shot clock dwindling down, it should have been reset possibly.
Winter for 3 off the rim, no good. Stork comes flying through. It's going to go out of bounds off her. Could have been a foul that would have taken her out of the game.
Boy, the game turned in a hurry right there, Patrick.
I think she hit the ball or hit the ground hard too.
Yeah. I'm just saying ADM had all the momentum cutting into that lead down to 4 points. What a shot by Mia Bell.
And nobody's covering Peyton Meyer, so the inbound pass is nice and easy. 1:03 remaining.
Yeah, they've got to come foul.
I mean, they're down 7. You can't let them burn clock.
At this point.
And now that's going to take Nicole Stork out of the game with her 5th foul.
Yeah. And that's where you think that 6 games of experience would maybe benefit ADM to know that she cannot foul there. But they got the foul there. Still have 1 more to give here. And the next foul actually puts the Blue Jays to the line.
Mia Bell to inbound. Gets it into Peyton Meyer. 54 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, use your full 35 seconds. Get a shot clock violation. It doesn't matter.
Right, it doesn't really matter.
The clock is what you need to take, what you need to burn. Don't
Bell
need that.
For 3.
Don't need that.
She did not, but the last one went in, and that's going to be a cheap foul on Steenhook.
Yeah, and that puts ADM to the free throw line. So that's the 2 things that Coach Anderson did not want to see right there. Mia did not need, great clutch pressure 3-point shot earlier, but right there, you just want to let the clock run, take another foul, get a shot clock violation. I think it would have went down under 20 seconds had we not taken that shot or had gotten the foul. And again, a young lady that's given this team a great boost tonight with their athleticism and a huge 3-point shot to kind of stem the momentum of ADM coming back into this game. Things were not trending well until she hit that 3.
Yeah, real solid performances kind of across the board here from the players. Unofficially rebound-wise, I think I've got 9 or 10 for Mia Bell, another 10 or 11 for Chesney Steenhook.
Yeah.
6 of them for Hannah Green, 4 or so for Aubrey Haynes. Great job hustling after loose balls, and that makes a big difference in a game like this.
Yep. Looks like Kennedy Glazer is going to go to the free throw line for the 1-and-1, and she has not gotten herself into the scorebook yet. So her first shot of the game is going to be a free throw, and that's not always the easiest way to get started. So 1-on-1, important here to rebound the basketball.
38.6 seconds left on the game clock. Shot up and no good. Hannah Green gets the rebound and is fouled.
Yep, Hannah's who we want going to the free throw line, and she will. Couple of free throws here, and I like our chances, Patrick.
She was 100% last year from the line. All right. So Green to the line. High arcer, no good, but Abby Neville's going to chase it down into Steenhoek. Steenhoek had it knocked away, but they're wasting a lot of time on the ground.
Arrow to ADM. Right there, Chesney just needed to kick the ball back out.
Yeah.
Just kick the ball back out, let the defense clear, run some more clock.
Smith bringing it up court. Over for three. No good off the rim. Steenhoek with the rebound over to Hannah Green quickly.
Strong board.
Mia Bell now with it. To Meyer. And we're under 12 seconds.
Hey.
Neville with it. Shot clock is off. Blue Jays can dribble this out. And the Blue Jays are going to take this one 45-38.
And I like the player who had the ball in her hands at the end of the game as our player of the game, Patrick. Peyton Meyer really was a distracting factor with the ADM offense in that 2-3 zone. Both she and Aubrey Haynes did a really nice job at the top of that zone. Peyton did a great job running the floor, getting herself some layups in the second half, and really played more within herself than we saw a week ago.
Right.
And that's what you want to see out of your seniors. I know this coaching staff challenged this team this week to see what they could do to improve, and some nice improvement in the fruits of their labor, or their first victory of the season over a pretty good ADM team that came in here with some high-scoring players in the post, and we really did a nice job on both the Stork girls, holding them to a total of what, about
7
five
7 points, 4 and 3.
Yep.
ADM was led by Cameron Smith with 13, Addison Bands with 10, and 4 from Nicole Stork, and then several players with 3. Blue Jays led by Peyton Meyer with 11, Aubrey Haynes with 9, Hannah Green 8, Carolyn Miller 8, Mia Bell 5, Abby Neville 2, and Chesney Steenhoek 2. But I can work with this Peyton Meyer bank player of the game. No,
I kind of this is a democracy.
It is, but I mean, there's
sorry.
a lot of rebound. I mean, you had really statistically 3 deserving players at a minimum, and leading scorer oftentimes gets the nod on that.
Exactly, and I'm going to say a shout out to the two players that maybe went a little under the radar, and one was Mia Bell. A lot of loose balls, a lot of rebounds, a 3-point shot that got us really excited there at the end of the game. And then Abby Neville, really solid. Abby knocked down a nice jump shot there in the fourth quarter.
And helped maintain the ball.
She took care of the ball.
Yep.
She played within herself, didn't force anything. And you know what? When you're on the floor at the end of the game in a close game, that speaks well for the confidence that the coach has in you.
But we'll go with that. Vision Bank player of the game is going to be Peyton Meyer. Vision Bank helping you see your path to victory here as Peyton Meyer helped lead the Blue Jays there. We have about 13 minutes before the boys varsity game, so we'll step away for a little bit, and we'll come back for a really exciting nightcap. Go Blue Jays. All right, welcome back, Blue Jay fans, to the nightcap of our triple header here in the high school gym. If you're just tuning in, you missed a great effort from our varsity girls team. They won 45-38.
Have some of our girls coming into the crowd right now, big smiles on their face. It's always good to get off the schneid and get that first win. And
I mean, our player of the game is right here.
We should have.
If she'd have came up 2 minutes earlier, we just could have had an interview with her or something. But that's okay. Maybe some other time.
Absolutely.
So as we get ready for this this boys varsity action, this is well, it looks like it might be a really exciting game. If you are a fan of high school sports, you might be familiar with the BC Moore rankings. And although it's really early in the year, the BC Moore rankings has Bondurant at 5 and ADM at 8. With a 2.5-point differential on points. And the way Bondurant's been scoring, I think ADM's been scoring pretty well too. And we could see, we could see no need for the shot clock potentially tonight again.
Yeah, and I also think we see for ADM, we don't have any stats on the year for Brevin Dahl, one of their outstanding athletes, great football player, track guy. And I do think he's going to see the floor tonight, maybe in his first action of the year. I don't know if he had a lingering football injury that kept him out for a while, but
sure.
But ADM has had a lot of success on the track, on the football field here recently, as have the Blue Jays, particularly on the football field. So both teams, a lot of guys that are athletes can get up and down the floor, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for these crowds to see these teams,
right,
playing games in the 70s and 80s, and we could very well see that tonight.
Well, let's take a look at these starters. Starting for the Tigers today, number 1, senior Carson Winter. Number 3, senior Ryan Conrad. Number 5, senior Bennett Holmberg. Number 13, junior Adam Bright. And number 23, senior Vince Benetti.
Yeah, four seniors.
4 seniors.
Yeah.
And for your Blue Jays, number 3, junior Reed Falsgraf. Number 4, senior Colby Collison. Number 10, senior Jackson Freed. Number 15, senior Everett White. And number 25, sophomore Cole Miller. Blue Jays coming off a really exciting win at Ballard on Tuesday.
That was Coach Evans' first win. Is this his 8th season, 9th season, maybe 10th? Somewhere between 8 and 11. I think it's probably closer to 10 or 11. His first win, career win at Ballard, so kind of a fun night for
I think he might be selling it short. I feel like it's longer than that.
Is it?
Who was coach before him?
Coach Travis Evans, or before Travis was Randy Duffy.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's more than 10 years.
Okay. Well, I've been here 25 years. I was the head coach 11 of those 25, and I think Coach Duffy was 3 or 4.
Okay.
So it might be 10 or 11 for Coach Evans. Maybe 12.
Sure.
What I'm trying to say is I don't know.
Yeah. Which is fine. We don't necessarily keep lifetime stats of the coaches up here.
It's not at our fingertips.
It's not like it's the 500th victory for your head coach at your arch rival or anything. Yeah. Which was also exciting.
I think that
happened
about?
yesterday. Some big game over in Iowa City yesterday.
They were playing some team out of the Big 12, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Some red team. I don't know.
Yeah.
I never cheer for red teams.
Try not to. And I'm not going to tonight either.
Benetti and Jackson Freed going to be the jump here. Benetti, tall, athletic individual as well. You see a fun matchup.
ADM in a defensive tip stance there to prevent that quick bucket and dunk like we saw at a Reed Falsgraf at the start of last week's game.
Falsgraf gives it to Collison. Collison drives, turn, pump fake, up, and good. That's the way to get started.
We saw ADM in a little man-to-man there to start.
Conrad going to bring it up court. Over to Winter. Swing it over. Benetti at the top now. Winter looking to go around the screen. Out to Bright. And he's going to get called for the travel as he tried to pump fake on Reed's shot block attempt.
Again, what we've seen from this Blue Jay team, just so much length with Freed and White and Falsgraf and Collison, just create a lot of problems on the defensive end for teams.
This White-Benetti matchup's going to be a fun one to watch all night, too, because they're both strong kids that aren't afraid of contact. False-graph pull-up, and it's in for a long two.
Long two. Must have just towed that line.
Benetti at the top. Winter to Bright. Bright thought about the jump shot. Drives.
Might have traveled.
He's going to get the travel.
Yep. There again, that's the length. That's the length. Not going up quickly with the basketball because knowing you're probably going to get it.
Well, and there were 3 shot blockers there when he jumped into the lane. So there was no real great way to dump that pass off either. White with it. Over to Collison. Collison drives up, and no foul. White gets it. Gets it out to False-graph. False-graph back into Collison. Collison now going to go to work. Turnaround 2. Short. In. Okay.
Shooter's
gets the roll.
Colby's going to make a living down there all game long if they're going to give him that.
He's just so fundamental in the paint. It's so fun to watch. Winter drives. Has it taken away. Jackson Freed now going to go. Drumps it off to Miller. Miller, reverse lay-in a little high. Into Everett White's hands. White gets the lay-in.
The timeout for ADM. They've seen enough already.
Blue Jays with a quick 8-0 lead. Miller did a good job trying to avoid getting blocked by using the rim.
I think he just launched himself a little too early.
Yeah.
He was kind of mid-step.
Yep.
So he didn't really get himself on the other side of the basket far enough when he let that ball out of his hand. And
that, or it was all intentional. He read the spin off the top of the backboard, knew White was crashed in the middle, and, I mean, it was just planned.
I can get on board with that.
Real fundamentally, sound player, smart kid, really can anticipate those angles.
Yep. The Blue Jays back in their man-to-man defense. And, Coach Evans has said that he's probably going to play a little bit more zone with this length of his team this year. But right now, fundamentally, in that man-to-man, they're doing just fine.
Benetti passed to Bright a little high and out of bounds. Going to be Blue Jay ball.
I remember doing the ADM game here last year, and Benetti gave us some problems in the post.
Trying to remember, I feel like maybe he's getting preferred walk-on offers from some D1 football. White with the drive, right hand, no good. Gets his own rebound, right back up, no good, but is fouled.
There's our Energizer bunny right there. If you did happen to watch the Iowa basketball game last night, you watched Philip Rebracha, and Everett White has a lot of that same game. He's not really undersized like Rebracha is, but just tenacious on the boards. And
all heart.
All heart.
Missed the first one, second one up, and good. Everett's third point of the game.
It's better for me to compare our players to today's players rather than the guys that played back in the 70s and 80s that I watched, Patrick.
If you drop off on, if you go Tom Davis's roster, you're going to find these kids have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, even B.J. Armstrong was out of the NBA long before them. Freed gets the ball. False-graph, pull-up three. Good!
Reed False-graph's playing with a ton of confidence right now. Believes in himself. His teammates believe in him. Jackson Freed with the dish there to get his teammate that open three.
Good help defense there from the Blue Jays. Conrad for three. Off the rim, no good. Freed tips it over to White. False-graph, cross court to Miller. White thought about the three, gives it back to False-graph. False-graph to Miller, has it taken away by Winter. Maybe a little lazy on that pass and let it into the defender's hands.
Well, just a little miscommunication between those two.
Bright for a long three, goes down, no foul, no good. Cole Miller with the rebound. Fans on the other side are not happy. And Jackson Freed converts the 2 points on the other end of the on the other end of the court. This actually looks a lot like the score from yesterday.
There's some similarities, isn't there?
They're going to get Miller on a quick little foul.
A quick hand check, and is that his first?
That's team's first.
That's his first. Quick hand check. I think that was a little bit of a makeup call from the time before when ADM had the ball on the offensive end.
Miller's going to check out. 32, Tanner Bergeron in for the Blue Jays. 21, Rylan Stein-Smith in for the Tigers, along with number 15, Brevin Dahl. Stein-Smith layup is fouled, no good, and they're going to call Freed. Yep.
Freed said no, that wasn't me, but the official says otherwise.
Stein-Smith to the line. First one up is good.
A little icebreaker there for ADM.
Stein-Smith, the junior, his older brother, was a little bit of a pest for the Blue Jays over the last few years in a couple different sports. As he hits both free throws.
Just under 4 minutes here. ADM finally cracks the scoreboard, still without a field goal.
Freed now drives. Left hand, lost his footing, and they just call it out of bounds?
They called it travel. They did,
okay.
Yep.
I was looking for the close official, and I didn't see him call it.
Just took a little bit of a bump, and on his jump stop, couldn't get his feet planted.
Stein-Smith with it, looking to use the screen from Dahl. Goes the other way. Layup, right hand, no good. And Everett White gets another rebound. Falsgraf over to Collison. Collison pump fake, pull up, long two. Good.
Man, so good. So efficient. Fundamental. Whatever word you can use just means good.
Benetti trying to post up White down low. Here's our first shot at seeing this. Benetti trying to muscle through, and White gets the big block. Collison ahead to Freed. Freed thought about the three. Hits it Falsgraf in the paint and gets the two. And that's going to be another timeout. Man, I don't think Coach Evans could have drawn up a better script than how it's going so far.
No, really couldn't have. And getting points off transition, getting points in the half court, finding the mismatches.
And just not forcing much. I mean, on that last one with Collison, thought would have had a contested three. That's fine. Pump fake and step and have a wide open two.
Yep.
And you feel real good about his mid-range game.
Yep. Yeah, hard to find too many things to fault. Solid on the defensive end. And, this team doesn't have to – they don't have to help off a lot because everybody's pretty solid defensively. And if you do get beat, you still have that length to make up for a shot block attempt or what have you. So,
well, and we've really seen that in the first half of both of the other games where the other team has come out shooting threes really well. Potentially, maybe we've been helping a little too much, not realizing that our teammates don't need quite that much help. We can stay a little safer and go ahead and man up on our guy, and he doesn't get the open three on the third pass.
Exactly. We got Cam Barnett checking into the game for Everett White, giving him a breather.
And we got Grant Riknowski in for the Tigers.
Yeah, and Benetti out, so that's a little better matchup for Cam Barnett.
And that's going to be a travel on Dahl.
Moving screen they called on Stein-Smith.
Okay.
Let's see if Coach Evans has something coming out of the timeout. He's usually pretty good at that. A little 1-3-1 half-court defense from ADM. They're going to mix things up. They obviously were not getting it done with their man-to-man.
Collison over to Freed. Freed for three. Off the rim, no good, and Riknowski gets the rebound.
Just in and out.
Dahl going to look to get around Collison. Kicks it back out. Stein-Smith, pump fake, back out long, two is good for Grant Riknowski.
First field goal for ADM right at the 2-minute mark there of the first quarter. There's that 1-3-1. They may look to trap out of the corners.
And Brevin Dahl playing center field on that one, comes away with it up to Stein-Smith. Nice lay-in from Stein-Smith.
Yep, this is the trap of the 1-3-1 in the corners on the baseline. That's where you cannot let the ball go there to die. Kind of like, again, with the Iowa State game last night. Iowa State wanted to force that ball into the corners. Colby misses that 3. So ADM kind of righting the ship here a little bit. If they can get another bucket, cut it to 10, they're going to be feeling a little bit better about themselves.
Dahl for 3. It's good.
And they have righted the ship there, getting it back under 10. 1-3-1 has really kind of been the catalyst to mix this up a little bit.
Ball.
And I know what Coach Evans is going to say at the timeout if they stay in that 1-3-1 is you've got to pass the ball with purpose against that 1-3-1, and you cannot let the ball die in the corner, because once you're trapped, it's either going to be a turnover, a bad pass, it's going to be something going the other way. So. And you got to come to the basketball, too, if your teammate is trapped in that corner.
Faltzgraff and Barnett check out. Miller and White in. Collison with it. Cross court, Freed. Freed looking to drive. Is fouled on the drive.
A little bit of a touch foul, but.
That's going to be on Stein Smith, his second. Miller the inbound. Gets it out to Berggren. Berggren over to White. White back to Freed. Freed passes up the 3. Boy, I didn't really see the left foot step, but he got called for the travel.
Pivot foot moved before he got the ball on the ground.
Stein Smith brings it up court. Shot clock still on. Layup is no good. Berggren gets the rebound.
And the length of Jackson Freed bothered Stein Smith there.
Cole Miller kicks it over to Collison. Collison now drives. Back out to Freed. Just a couple seconds difference between the game clock and shot clock. Berggren for 3. Off the rim, off the back. Going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, good shot. Good shot. That's a guy you want shooting the ball from the 3-point line. And you got to hit a couple of threes against that zone to keep him honest in it.
And he was, 4 for 4 on last Friday from behind the arc. So you feel good about him taking that shot.
Yep. Now ADM's going to play for 1 shot. No shot clock.
Stein Smith over to Brevin Dahl. A little loose on the handle. Now to Bright. Bright pull up 3. Nice contest by Berggren, but he gets the 3 to go.
Just like that, they're back in the game. It's a game. This is a good team. They're not going to go away. And I believe a little 10-0 run there to end the quarter. I think it was 18-2.
Yep. Cyclone fans probably wish they'd have had one of those early in the first half.
Just a little run in them. So now it's about how do you adjust to that 1-3-1. And sometimes that high post area is kind of where you can attack that. Get guys crashing from the corners, so a little high-low action against that. Quick ball reversals, taking care of the ball, and continue to play good defense and get buckets off of transition so that they can't get set up into that 1-3-1.
Yeah, looking for adjustments. This is going to be a game that never really feels out of range because of all the athletes on the court.
Right.
You know, any lazy passes are going to be easily intercepted by both teams and could lead to an exciting game either way. It's going to be Tiger ball. Tyler Gelhair into the game for the Tigers, along with Dahl, Riknovsky, Bright, and Conrad. For the Blue Jays, Collison, Freed, White, Faltzgraff, and Miller. Bright for a long 3, going to be short. Cole Miller gets the rebound, throws it ahead to Faltzgraff. Long 3, no good. And they're going to say that's off the Blue Jays.
I don't know. Colby contested that rebound. I'm not sure he touched the ball.
Yeah.
I guess that's better than having a foul call.
Right. Brevin Dahl with it at the top. Looking to use that screen. Kicks it out to Bright. Bright now back to Dahl in the corner. Dahl trying to go baseline. And Jackson Freed using that length to prevent that pass from getting to the corner.
Bright's name matches his shoes. But he looks like he's looking to shoot the three as he hit that shot at the end of the quarter, and I think he is a kid that wants the ball out there and is not afraid to pull it.
Well, and I think that's why you see Falsgraf on him right now, is he's the one you're worried about shooting out there. Dahl looks to drive, has it picked by Cole Miller. Miller behind the back slows it down. Good decision by the sophomore. Now Falsgraf over to Miller. Miller for three. Off the rim, no good. Freed tips it out to Falsgraf. Miller, quick entry to Freed. Freed up with the shot, no good, but he is fouled. It's going to be on Bright. That'll be his second. Nice pass there by Cole Miller to get it in there.
Cole's really started this game strong, taking care of the basketball. He's just a really nice complement to the rest of this team, kind of that missing piece of a point guard.
For the most part, they're probably not looking for him to take too many of those threes, but also you can't really be afraid to take it if nobody's going to guard you out there, because that's going to change how everybody else gets guarded. So, and it wasn't like it was a terrible shot, but I don't expect to see double-digit scoring from him all that often this year.
Probably not.
Freed hits them both.
The teams are going to – he's got to keep other teams honest with by shooting the ball out there.
Dahl over to Conrad. Conrad comes around the screen. Pull up, long two, good.
There's that 1-3-1. They're just going to sit back in that.
Miller over to Falsgraf now. Into White. White with the good protection of the ball and gets the bucket.
Yep, and there was the shifting of the defense and the diagonal pass, which is also another really good look out of that one against the 1-3-1.
When Falsgraf let that pass go, I didn't think there was any way it was going to get to White, and White just did a great job boxing. That pass is intercepted by Collison. Collison ahead to Falsgraf. Falsgraf pulls it back out. Collison to Cole Miller. Miller for three. Good!
We may see some double-figure scoring games out of him. Good-looking stroke from the sophomore.
Dahl drives the hoop. Turnaround up. Long two, no good. Cole Miller with another rebound. Miller pushing ahead to Freed. Freed for a long three. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Conrad. Conrad drives, kicks it out. Now Dahl has it at the top.
A lot of dribble penetration from ADM. It's kind of the staple of the high school offense these days, but a lot of dribble penetration. Looking to kick to shooters.
Riknovsky with the long two, no good. Freed gets the rebound, didn't want it to go out of bounds. Wants that stat. Collison drives. No foul, no bucket. Rebound, Brevin Dahl. Conrad over to Dahl. Dahl to Gelhair. Holmberg for three, no good. And Dahl swats it away.
Out of bounds.
Almost had it chased down. Nope. Great hustle play, but just not quite able to get there in time.
No box out on Dahl there, so that's something I know Coach Evans will not want to see too much of.
Zach Lyle checking in for the Blue Jays, number 30, as well as Tanner Bergeron coming in again, 32. Freed and Miller to the bench.
Zach Lyle, as I understand, is a bit of a dead eye out there on the perimeter too, so maybe we can get him spotted buster up for a three here.
Collison back to Bergeron. Bergeron tried to go cross court, had it tipped into the hands of Gelhair.
A lot of traffic to get that pass through.
Dahl drives, layup is good. His fifth point. Falsgraf over to Collison. Back to Falsgraf. And Dahl just does a great job of reading that pass. Being the athlete. Benetti now with the down low. Everett White is called for the foul. Shot is no good. That is White's first foul.
Coach Evans not real happy with that foul. I think Everett just needed to contest the shot. He kind of swung through, got a little bit of his body on him. That's a big body.
Benetti's shot rolls out. Varsity averaging 14.5 a game for the Tigers.
So far.
And averaging 14 rebounds a game. But misses both. Everett White gets the rebound. Collison gets it over to Falsgraf.
And that 1-3-1 has been a little bit of trouble.
And Falsgraf is going to be fouled on the drive by Tyler Gelhair. His first. 5th team foul.
You just got to play with a different kind of purpose against a zone.
I like that step in, though, from Falsgraf because it allows him to not quite so focus on the corner three-point shooter. Give Lyle a chance at being open over there.
Yep.
Lyle for 3. Falsgraf with the rebound. No good. Collison with it. He turns around. No good. Collison with another rebound, and that one's good.
Eight for Colby. I'm going to call him Nick at some point. I know I'm going to do that.
Yeah. You know what? Nick Collison might be long enough ago that they don't even know who that is.
Could be.
Dahl pulls it back out. Now Benetti looking to drive.
Oh, my goodness.
Forearm. That should have absolutely been
foul.
A charge, but not called, and the basket was missed. Falsgraf pulls up for 3, and it's good.
10 for Falsgraf. Good offensive first half. Building that lead back up to 14 now.
Stein Smith, entry pass to Benetti. Benetti.
There we go.
What are we calling? What are we calling? They're discussing.
There we go.
And the charge is called.
Oh, I knew one coach was going to be unhappy.
Well, and honestly, it was less of an offensive foul than the previous one that they didn't call.
Yeah, it almost had to be based on what you saw the time before. Coach Evans has a call set here, a set call played. I can't talk
2:10 on the clock.
I can't talk tonight, Patrick.
Collison with it. Steps in. Back to Lyle. Lyle in the corner for 3. It's good.
And I'm going to tell you, if teams are going to play zone against us, Zach Lyle's going to get a chance to get on the court, and that's the reason right there.
Him and Tanner both are going to be guys that if they're hitting from 3, they're going to get their chances.
Yep.
Bright comes around the screen. Lyle, good job coming back. Conrad to Benetti. Benetti drives. White with the contest and a late whistle.
Yeah.
I personally don't love the foul call, but
no, I don't either. I think he is pretty vertical there. And that's 2 on Everett White, and I'm not sure where you go right now. I think he's going to go with Jackson.
Benetti short from the line again. 21% free throw shooter on the season. So maybe contesting every one of those and potentially fouling is not a terrible idea unless you lose your own players.
We've got some fouls to give.
Benetti hits the second.
And Jackson Freed just got taken into the mats by Dahl there. That probably should have been a foul too.
And Benetti goes out of bounds trying to chase that one down. Kind of testing out the opponents, seeing just how athletic they are.
Yeah.
Falsgraf to inbound. No reset on the shot clock. It's at 27. Collison kicks out to Falsgraf. Falsgraf to Freed in the corner. Back to Falsgraf at the top. Lyle now over to Collison. 17 on the clock. Collison looking for Bergeron down low. And now he's just going to drive. Fade away. 2 is good.
10 for Colby.
It looks so much easier when he does it than when I do it.
Yeah.
Under a minute
remaining.
remaining.
I still think I can do it, but, probably can't.
That's a travel.
Yep. ADM had kind of gotten themselves back in the game and cut it to 6. Now it's back out to 18. That just kind of happened lickety-split.
Right. Lyle's going to go back to the bench here for the final 49 seconds.
Some really nice minutes out of Zach Lyle
yep.
there. Could go 2 for 1 on your possession here, but.
Collison out to Miller. Miller drives.
I like the dribble penetration.
Berggren went for the loose ball, had it taken away. Berggren gets it over to Freed. Freed gets it blocked, gets the rebound back, and puts it in with 18 seconds left.
And a technical foul on the ADM coach. That's a costly one, too.
I went down to mark the bucket. I didn't see what he did.
I think he's just frustrated, you know. Rough start for his team, trying to, you know, show that he's got his team's back.
Collins free throw, no good. Collison shooting 90% coming into tonight.
But you know, sometimes you got to show your team that you're fighting for them.
Sure. And gets the second one to fall. 11 points in the half for Colby. Under 16 seconds remaining in the first half.
But the Blue Jays get the ball back. So there your team had the ball. You know, you're fighting for possessions here. And now you're not going to probably see the ball back in this half.
White with it, 10 seconds on the clock. Gets it to Collison. To White. False graph for 3. No good.
No foul.
Wright gets the rebound.
There we go.
And that'll be the end of the first half. Blue Jays leading 38-17. That was a 20-5 half for the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Or quarter, for the Blue Jays.
And it really looked like the momentum of the game had shifted back to ADM when they went to that 1-3-1 zone. The Blue Jays were kind of slow to adjust to that. Hit a couple of threes, but also kept the defensive intensity up. Yep. Got some transition points off of that. Just really a solid, balanced effort from all the guys that have had playing time so far tonight.
Got a 10-minute halftime. We'll step away here for a little bit, and then we'll be back for the second half.
Yeah.
Go Blue Jays.
Got the dance team.
Oh, yeah. Dance team will be on stream, so stay tuned if you're looking for that.
There we go.
You probably should. They're really good.
They are.
All right, welcome back to what we're looking for, an exciting third and fourth quarter here in this Raccoon River Conference matchup between the Bondurant Ferrara Blue Jays and the ADM Tigers. Blue Jays 38-17 at half. Leading scorers for the Blue Jays, Colby Collison with 11, Reed Falsgraf with 10, 6 from Jackson Freed, 5 from Everett White, and a 3 from each of Cole Miller and Zach Lyle. For the Tigers, leading scorer Brevin Dole with 5, Ryland Stein-Smith with 4, Adam Bright with 3, Grant Riknowski and Ryan Conrad with 2, and Vince Benetti with 1. You know, the scoring obviously is big, but they have 2 players averaging about 15, 16 points a game, and combined they have 4.
Right.
And that's, you know, probably as big as anything about the difference right now.
Yep. No, and again, when you can create offense off your defense like our boys can, it just adds a completely different dimension. And that's, you know, that's credit to our coaching staff. That's credit to some kids who have bought into what they need to do. And, you know, sure, we've got all these great offensive weapons, but defense really does win you championships. If you're going to win a conference title, if you're going to get to the state tournament and contend there, you've got to be really, really good on the defensive end. And this team has proven to be that early this season. Back to man-to-man for ADM.
Starters on the court for both teams. Collison swings it over to Miller. Carson Winter on him. Jackson Freed now at the top. Bright on him. Dumps it off to White. Over to Miller. Miller thought about the 3. Pulls up free throw line. White gets the rebound. He's been doing work down there. Jackson Freed drives. Has it taken away by Ryan Conrad. Conrad looking to go coast to coast. Euro step off the back and in.
Good soft touch there by Conrad. His first bucket of the night. Or no, second. I'm sorry.
Yep. Falsgraf over to Miller. White thought about the 3. Pulls it back out. Gets it to Collison. Collison going to drive. 2-point floater. No good. Miller with the tip, but into the hands of Benetti. Benetti going to look to go coast to coast. Freed gets called for the foul because he missed.
Oh, maybe there was some body that I didn't see, but there definitely wasn't anything on the hand there. And Jackson Freed's not going to bump Benetti off his spot very easily.
Benetti off the front of the rim with the first one. Second one gets the roll. Falsgraf to White in the corner. White brings it up top. Cole Miller back to Falsgraf. Falsgraf going baseline. Reverse lay-in, a little high on that one as well. Benetti gets that. Freed dives into the stands to get the rebound, and Miller gets the foul from behind by Carson Winter.
You know, you're going to see a lot of opposing teams, fans yell about over the back, and, you know, sometimes you just have the length to go over a guy and swat a ball, and it might look like a foul, but if there's no contact and you're just that much taller.
Ooh. Freed doesn't get the roll. Collison goes up, and I don't know where there wasn't a foul on that.
He definitely got fouled. Kind of pointed to his noggin because he got clubbed across the head by Benetti. Moving screen.
Is that on Bright?
Yep.
It's going to be his 3rd foul. As the leading scorer, that's definitely concerning. Falsgraf with it, 20-point lead for the Blue Jays right now. White looking to get it into Freed. And what?
They're going to call Freed for a foul.
I didn't see anything, though. Did I just miss it?
Kind of
hook, maybe?
Like a hook and hold sort of thing, I think.
Okay.
And that's 3 on Jackson. And
so he'll go to the bench.
2 quick fouls.
Yeah.
It's definitely a guy you want to have on the floor.
Benetti over to Bright. Falsgraf with a hand in his face. And that's going to be a travel on Holmberg.
Another offensive foul, this one on Benetti.
Oh, before the travel.
Yeah. We have one official that's just decided he's going to maybe clean this game up a little bit. and it is one guy that's made the last 3 calls.
Miller drives to the hoop and the bucket. Wow, Cole Miller.
Looked like he was hitting the 2-hole there on a dive play. Shot through that gap and got himself a bucket and a chance to make it an and one.
Free throw off. Tanner Bergeron with a big offensive rebound putback, and he's going to be fouled on the shot.
Just everything kind of going the Blue Jays' way right now. They're making their own breaks, getting offensive rebounds, loose balls.
Bergeron misses the first one. Second one is good.
He's not going to miss many free throws this year. He's got a pure stroke.
Yeah. Conrad drives and loses his footing and going to be a travel. We've had a few people kind of lose footing over there. Jackson had one earlier. Yeah. I feel like there was 1 or 2 in the girls' games.
Now ADM's going to extend their man-to-man.
Falsgraf brings it up court, gets it across the line, then gets it out to Collison. White, pull up 3, short, and Conrad gets the rebound. Holmberg with it, over to Bright. Drop off Winter for a long 3, and it's good. His first points of the game. Miller tried to get across court to White. Benetti steps in front of it. Yeah. Tries to feed it ahead to Winter.
One of the few mistakes from Cole Miller tonight, kind of trying to force that ball through traffic.
Conrad back to Winter. Now to Bright. Bergeron on him this time. Falsgraf has the job of Benetti down low. Bright gets the shot up, and Bergeron gets the call for the foul.
Tough shot. Tough play. Gets himself a chance to get to the line for 3.
Stein, Smith, and Dahl checking in. Conrad and Holmberg out for the Tigers. Bright to the line for 1, trying to convert the 3-point play. And he does.
The man's got a nice looking stroke.
He's a 100% free throw shooter on the season. It's early, but, I doubt that's 1 for 1 either. Falsgraf. Fade. Doesn't get the roll. Benetti gets the rebound. Ryland Stein-Smith put up no good. Cole Miller on the foul.
Yep. Cole's just got to stay on the ground there, contest the shot. I think Coach Evans is going to take a little timeout. The lead has gone from 21 down to 17 now.
And you got a few fouls that, a couple more like that might get you into a situation you don't want to be.
Yeah,
so.
Quick bonus. I mean, it's, we're just kind of getting into this third quarter and already have 4 team fouls, ADM with 5. And, we did mention that we have one of our officials that had quite a few calls there consecutively to maybe get a little bit of control of the game and kind of keep things from getting ugly.
A couple of birthday shout-outs. One of our volleyball players that helped bring our team to state, Anna Dotson, celebrating her birthday. Okay. And also our athletic director, Ryan Sweeney's daughter, Maddie, has a birthday today.
Okay.
So happy birthday to both of them.
I think Ryan Sweeney had a birthday a week or 2 ago as well. So.
Yeah, he probably doesn't care as much about celebrating it as the other 2.
It's nice that he make a little shout out to his daughter.
So 4:14 remaining in the third. Stein-Smith go to the line for 2. A 71% free throw shooter on the season. Makes the first. And the second one also good. Stein-Smith up to 6 now. Little press from the Tigers. Yeah. Collison feeds White. White brings it back out, and they're going to get Benetti called for the block as he flopped to the ground.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that could be a flop, too. I mean, and I know we don't have that rule like we do in college basketball, but there was Everett White's going to have to really lower his shoulder to knock Benetti to the ground.
Yeah, Benetti felt like he was, a backup 7th grade offensive guard here. Collison gets the 2.
And I heard the ADM radio crew next to us. They
did not like it.
They did not like the call. So maybe we're on the.
Falsgraf tips it away, gets to the ball. He's going to drive and gets the shot up. Foul on Winter, his 3rd of the half. And Falsgraf going to go to the line for 2. Great control by Falsgraf not to try and force that, draw the contact, and then get the shot up.
And just creating havoc again on the defensive end. But as I was saying, we're seeing the game through blue colored glasses and them through the rose colored glasses.
Hey, this isn't ESPN. This is Bluejay Digital. Falsgraf misses both. Benetti gets the rebound.
ADM not completely out of this game yet. There's 12 minutes or so here to cut into a 17-point lead.
Benetti, challenged by White, gets the shot up, and it's good. His first basket of the game.
Yep.
Bergeron feeds Collison. Collison, 2-point floater, no good. Gets his own rebound and brings it out to Cole Miller. Miller for 3, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Brevin Dahl.
Ooh, almost got a steal.
Winter for a long 3, and he hits it. His second 3 of the half.
Just like that, it's a 12-point game.
Collison over to White. White brings it back out to Miller. Over to White again. 3-point for White. Good, Everett White.
Yeah, there's your big guy stepping out and hitting a 3, and when you need it, gets that lead back out to 15.
He wasn't looking for it, but if you're not going to come get him, boy.
Oh, they can't count that. That was so much on the ground. They did count it.
They did count it. A good job of Stein Smith drawing contact as he really leaned into it to create space.
Yeah, and Everett left his feet twice.
Free throw is good for Stein Smith, his 9th point of the game.
There's some opportunities now against this zone press to score on the back end.
Bergeron's going to get called for the travel.
Good move by Coach Evans to get Jackson Freed back into the game.
Everett White going to go to the bench here. Try to keep him from getting any cheap fouls. He's at 3 now.
Let's see. Are the Blue Jays in a zone now? Yep, they're going to play some 2-3 zone.
Bright back to Stein Smith. Into Dahl. Falsgraf using that length, trying to create some problems.
Yeah, Bright's the guy you want to keep an eye on in this zone. He's the zone buster.
Winter has a couple threes this quarter.
Does.
Winter for 3 again. Long that time. Tanner Bergeron with a big rebound.
Strong rebound.
Falsgraf, good job keeping his dribble. Gives it to Bergeron. Bergeron, might have got away with the travel there too. Yep. Collison brings it back out. Jackson Freed, he'll shoot from there. And Bergeron for 3, and it's good. Big shot there from Tanner Bergeron.
Yeah, and that was just that's a risk reward, and there was too much risk there for Vince Benetti to go for that steal and leave Bergeron wide open for the 3.
Benetti down low. Freed was straight up and down. Anytime Benetti jumps and Freed jumps, they call Freed for a foul. That's his 4th. Freed not really getting his money's worth out of these fouls.
No, he's not.
Benetti shot is good. Now down to 12.
Yep.
Barnett Collison. Collison just a little soft with it. Brevin Dahl gets the rebound.
Just kind of pulled the string.
Into Benetti. Has it knocked away by Cameron Barnett. Collison going to push ahead.
Going to call a double dribble or carry, and I think that's the right call. It's a little late, but the right call. So
yeah, it was after the next pass was already made.
Yep.
It looked a little different. That being said, I think Colby got called for one at Ballard, and then the opposing team came back and did the exact same thing with no call.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really looking for the advantage on that. Bright for three, off the rim, no good. Collison gets the rebound.
Pretty important possession here. You want to keep that lead at double digits. That's a kind of a psychological thing.
Sure.
If ADM would have that chance to get it under 10. And
Collison drives, spins, shot up and good.
What a luxury for Coach Evans to have your senior, probably going to be our second all-time leading scorer in school history. You know, things are kind of tightening up. Where do you go? Well, you're going to go to Colby Collison, and he's going to extend that lead hopefully to 15 here with the free throw. You get a stop, and you kind of have slowed that momentum down a little bit.
Ricknowski in for the Tigers. James Dotson in for the Blue Jays. Collison hits the free throw. His 18th point on the night.
No shot clock.
Steinsmith brings it up court.
They're going to play for one.
Steinsmith just dribbling back and forth. Gets it into Ricknowski. Nowski up, no good. James Dotson with the rebound, gets it away to Falsgraf. Falsgraf shot up, I think it's after the whistle.
Too late. Yep.
Good rebound by James Dotson there.
Yep.
And Blue Jays go into the fourth quarter with a 15-point lead. Tigers closed a little bit of ground, made up 6 points, but Blue Jays able to keep it back to the 15.
Yep. A 22-point quarter for ADM. Got some nice looks out there at three with Winter hitting a couple of those and got themselves to the free throw line. Let's see, they were 6 of 7 in that quarter from the free throw line. So that's they're already in the bonus.
Yep.
You don't want to foul them. You want to keep them off the line. But again, I think we can look back at that possession right there at the end of the third quarter with Colby Collison going one-on-one against a less athletic defender, drawing the foul, making the bucket. You go out to that 15-point lead where if ADM gets a stop, they get a bucket on the other end, a 2 or a 3. All of a sudden, it's a single-digit game, and it's really anybody's game then. I think you're going to see that extended zone, full court, three-quarter court pressure from ADM here in the fourth quarter to try to get back in the game. So I really think the Blue Jays need to attack that, especially the first 4 minutes of this quarter. Probably the last 4 minutes, maybe you eat the ball a little bit, wait for them to come foul you and ice away the clock a little bit. But
I don't want to see what the Hawkeyes did last night where they just stopped trying to run their offense and stopped trying to score. Nice pass to Ricknowski, gets his own rebound and gets the 2-point bucket.
Yep. There's that press.
Has it tipped. Steinsmith tipped it away. Got it to Gelhair. Gelhair's pass back to Steinsmith was deflected by one of the Blue Jays off their foot, out of bounds.
Yep. Again, another possession where they can cut it to 10 with a 3.
Gets it into Grant. Grant loses it, gets it back, loses it again, and Collison comes away with it. Miller now brings it up court. Into Barnett, back to Miller. Miller drive up, no good, but he is fouled on the shot.
Nice little give and go pass by Cam Barnett there, back to Miller.
That foul is on Tyler Gelhair, his second. 9th team foul. Miller's shot is long.
Yep.
Had a pretty decent night finishing out last time at Ballard from the free throw line. Really going to be big to show he can put those in.
Yeah, your point guard has to make free throws in a fourth quarter. Take care of the ball and make free throws.
Stein-Smith with it. Over to Gallagher. Now Dahl at the top. Stein-Smith again. Dahl in the corner for three. Off the rim, no good. Falsgraf with the rebound.
Good choice by Reed not to push the ball too hard there. Just kind of let things clear out. Let the clock be your friend, not your enemy.
Again, gets it back to Colby. That's always a safe place to put the ball.
And I got Dahl on Colby now. That's not by coincidence.
Good play by Dahl. 10 seconds on the shot clock as Barnett gets away with it. Tried to hit Bergeron on the cut, but stepped in front. Now Falsgraf steals it, and we got a slam dunk, baby.
Little cherry picking there. We got the dunk. Big bucket. Got it back out to 15 again.
Oh, it's fun to throw one down in front of your own student section.
Oh, yeah.
Stein-Smith for a long three and banks it in. That's a tough angle to bank it in from.
Yes, it is. Almost hard to do that on purpose.
Pretty much any time the ball goes in when I shoot, it's not on purpose. It's by sheer accident. Collison to Bergeron. Bergeron out to Falsgraf. Falsgraf drives. Good decision. Don't force it. Miller hits Barnett on the drive and doesn't get the shot to go. Good pass. Good roll.
It was getting late in the shot clock, so Cam Barnett had to go up with that shot.
Stein-Smith thinking about the long three again.
Got to get a hand up.
And doesn't get it. Dahl's able to chase it down, but loose ball. Shoot. Good hustle play by Brevin Dahl.
Dahl's a hustler.
Yep.
He's a hard worker. He's an athletic kid.
Barnett out, Everett White back in. Yeah, they're not gonna be giving up here anytime soon.
Nope.
A lot of these same guys are off of their football team, had a nice little run towards state. Dahl, no good. Collison with the contest. Collison's going to get called for the travel as he falls down with a lot of contact.
I think it might have been his own teammate. I'd have to see the replay.
I mean, there was about four guys there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be happy with that call either way. Stein-Smith looking to inbound it. Out top to Geller.
Everett White working hard inside defensively.
Stein-Smith trying to drive. And they're going to get Cole Miller on a cheap foul there.
Little hand check.
Cole's third.
Cole's logging a lot of minutes. Got to kind of check your conditioning here early in the season. You know, you're late in the fourth quarter. And
well, we really haven't seen Collison or Falsgraf off the court at all. Cole hasn't been out very much. Shot no good. Rebound Dahl, and he's getting fouled on the putback. I think on White.
Yeah. Dahl just kind of moved Tanner Bergeron out of the way there to get to that rebound. Going to have to really hold your ground with him rebounding the basketball. Strong kid.
Did they not call that one on Everett?
They called it on Reed.
Oh, okay. Well, that's beneficial to us. As that's Reed's first. So Everett stays at three. Dahl, second one off the rim. No good. Everett White chases it down, and they call a jump ball.
Wow. Arrow to the Blue Jays, though. 5 minutes left. Still an 11-point game. And I'm going to tell you, Jackson Freed not being on the court has been impactful because just adds another dimension to this team. His foul trouble has been one of the factors that's kept ADM around.
Well, not just from outside. He's done a really good job getting to the basket this year. Bergeron fadeaway two is good.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's not a shot that happens by accident. That's a shot because he spent a lot of time in the gym and he's worked hard at that. That's not just some sloppy horse shot. That's something he's spent a lot of time doing.
And as high as his hands are and as tall as he is, that fade, that's going to be so impossible to block.
Yep.
Dahl pull up long 2. Off the rim, no good. Falsgraf tip. Berggren tried to chase it down, not able to maintain it. And they're going to say Blue Jay ball. I think we might have got the benefit of the doubt on that one. We were due.
Yeah, Falsgraf's trying not to make eye contact with the officials right now.
Right.
Might have been off him, but we'll take the break.
Freed going to come in. Tanner Berggren to the bench.
Benetti's back.
Yep, Benetti in and Ruknovsky out. Nearing the 4-minute mark. Falsgraf with the quick handoff. Collis now gets into Freed cross court. Everett White for 3. Off the rim, no good. Good rebound, Brevin Dahl.
And Jackson Freed just kind of being careful there not to get himself another foul.
Wide open 3, no good. Rebound by the Tigers. Bright goes up. No foul on that one. Falsgraf to Miller. Miller to Freed in the corner. Freed for 3. Off the rim, no good. Benetti gets the rebound.
That might have been the shot that would have been the dagger, but just couldn't quite get it to go down. Hard to get into the rhythm of the game when you're sitting on the bench a lot.
Great work from White down low. And Benetti is able to gather that ball again, and he travels.
Yep. Tough night for Vince Benetti. And you can tell he's a physical presence, but just has had a hard time seeing the ball go through the basket.
And that speaks a lot to the work that Everett White's been doing.
Absolutely.
Oh, don't start these chants already.
That's early.
I don't like it. I don't like it, students.
Yeah.
Freed pulls back out, gets it to Miller. Miller going to drive up, has it blocked, out of bounds, stays Blue Jay ball. 11 seconds left on the clock. Gallagher going out.
Next foul on the Blue Jays will put ADM in the double bonus.
11 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound to Freed. Freed lays it up inside the paint for 2. Nice play.
Yeah, that's got to feel good to see the ball go through the basket when you've spent a lot of time on the bench. But
Stein Smith over to Bright. Bright now to Dahl. Dahl looking to go baseline. Drives up, laying. Nice.
And he took an extra step, too. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Falsgraf looking to bring it up court. Runs by Stein Smith. Pulls it back out.
Good
over to
choice
Collison.
by Reed.
Yep. Now you can burn some of this clock. .13 lead, nearing the 2-minute mark. You want to find a quality shot inside 10 seconds. White drives up, no good, fouled, and a charge called.
Yep. Dahl drew the charge.
His 4th.
See a lot of hands on hips right now. He's just kind of getting to that fatigue point of the game where you just got to fight through.
Dahl with it. Winter over to Stein Smith. Tigers have to look to work a little faster. Dahl for 3. Off the rim, no good. Freed with the big rebound.
The freshest guy.
Freshest guy. Ball ahead to White. White pulls it back out. Good choice. Cole Miller now over to Falsgraf. 25 seconds on the shot clock.
This is situational stuff that they spend a lot of time in practice working on. You're going to.
Freed now has it. 12 seconds on the clock.
Interesting to see what they'll do late in the clock here.
Gets it back to Freed. Freed going to drive. Right hand lay-in. Nice finish, Jackson Freed.
Couldn't have executed that any better.
Reverse lay-in. No good for Conrad. Rebound Everett White again.
Now you can start your chant.
Under a minute. Tigers not fouling, thankfully.
Coach Evans directing traffic a little bit out there.
think Coach is telling them, I don't know if he's saying shoot at one or we're playing for one. Freed to Falsgraf for three. Off the rim, no good. Brevendal with another rebound. Over to Bright. Bright's going to travel.
Now I think we can hold the ball. No shot clock. And Coach Evans is going to empty his bench.
So we're going to see James Dotson, Zach Lyle, Tanner Berger, and Cameron Barnett all checking in for the Blue Jays. Cole Miller brings it across court. Blue Jays are going to do a little bit of weaving. Nice, solid home victory for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, great start. ADM kind of cut into that early explosion, made a 6-point game out of it. Blue Jays extended that lead out to as much as 21 at halftime. ADM kind of hung around. They did a good job. You know, they didn't let that turn into a 25 or 30-point blowout. I think what that also does is that gives Coach Evans and his staff some room to say, hey, we still got some things to do to improve. And overall, a really good effort.
Leading scorer for the Tigers, Steinsmith ended up with 12.
Okay.
8 for Brevendal, 8 for Vince Minetti. For the Blue Jays, leading scorer, senior Colby Collison finished with 18 and 4 more rebounds. I'm always off on my rebounds.
4 more.
Falsgraf, 12 points. Jackson Freed with 10 in limited minutes because of some early foul trouble. Everett White with 8 points and 8 rebounds. Cole Miller with 5 points. Zach Lyle with 3, and Tanner Bergeron with 6.
Yes, indeed.
There's a couple good options. I think tonight, like, there's a player that basically every game for the last couple of years we could have given it to. And a lot of times we maybe overlook the fact because of how consistent he is. But
I love his initials, too.
Yeah.
CC.
Yeah.
If that's who you're talking about.
That is who I'm talking about. Yep.
Yeah, Colby's just so solid. He's
we just expect 18
efficient.
points every single night.
Yeah.
And for the most part, he gets it. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard somebody say earlier today he wakes up in the morning and he's got 18 points sitting at his bedside, and I think that's so true. And it's not just the offense; it's the leadership on the floor. It's the calming presence.
Sure.
He played defense against Brevendal when Brevendal was on the floor tonight. A really good athletic player for ADM. And I just, like you said, we overlook Colby a lot because there's, number one, there's always a lot of good options, and it could be him any given night.
Sure.
So sometimes we go to plan B just because we can't pick him every night.
Right.
But
tonight it feels right. Colby Collison, Vision Bank Player of the Game.
Yeah.
See what Vision Bank can do for you. Colby Collison, great finish to the game. Blue Jays come away victorious 62-47. They win both games of the doubleheader. So good game from the girls, good game from the boys.
Yeah, the boys right back into action tomorrow at Wells Fargo Arena. Hopefully a sign of things to come later in the season, getting a chance to play there. They're going to play a very, very good athletic Marion team.
$10 tickets, I believe. And it gets you into the Wolves game, too, if you're into such things.
Yep. So good luck to them tomorrow night. I think they'll have some gas in the tank. I would, as a old coach, I know what I'm telling the boys right now. Get yourselves to bed, get yourselves hydrated, have something to eat. And I'm guessing Coach Evans will probably have them up early tomorrow in the gym with a little shoot around, getting some free throw shot, getting the legs, getting some blood pumping back into the legs again.
Well, we're not doing the Wells game, so you'll see us next Friday. So have a good week supporting the Blue Jays and all their other activities. It should be another fun week for our student athletes, and I think for for tonight, that's it. So good night and go Blue Jays.
Go Blue Jays.